My dearly beloved daughters of the Most High, vessels of honor, it is such a joy for me to address you and to talk to you all the way from the United States. And I really was looking forward to being part of this very great conference. But I ask for your apology. I apologize for not being with you. And but so sure that the Lord Jesus Christ is with you in that meeting. The Pastor's Wives Fellowship began all the way in 2006. Let me say, my name is Adah Adoyo. In case you are saying, and who is that mama? My name is Adah Adoyo. And I was a pastor's wife by, I almost want to say by default, in that I never expected to be a pastor's wife. I never expected to be a bishop's wife. But I found myself in that, and God has given me a burden of a pastor's wife. Everybody in any church, you'll find there's children's ministry, there is men's fellowship, there's women's fellowship, but there is no fellowship for a pastor's wife, no school, no college, no training for a pastor's wife. And this is how I found myself, lost, and yet with very high expectation from the congregation, from the society, from the people. And I, therefore, as I've moved on, this verse of Titus chapter number 2 and verse 4, which says, older women teach younger women. I felt that it is important for a pastor's wife's fellowship to be in place somewhere. So a lady somewhere who is finding herself stuck, who is finding herself torn apart, who is finding himself with so much expectation and demand on her, and yet she doesn't know what to do, that she will know there is a place, there are people, there is a movement, there is a fellowship where she can run to and be helped. So as I was saying earlier, the Pastor's Wives Fellowship Kenya began all the way in 2006, when some ladies who had a burden like I had came together and they said, we are pastors' wives. We have made it by God's grace. But can we try and look out for these other pastors' wives who is struggling and who is in the dark and who is maybe crying and maybe doesn't even go to church? Can we look out for them? So in September of 2006, we put together a conference. It was a committee, a group of women, a group of us, about 10, 11 of us. We put together this conference, and we thought we will put it at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, all the way in the CBD in town. And we were expecting some 200, 250 pastors' wives to attend that conference. But let me tell you, vessels of honor, it wasn't 250 women. It wasn't 350 women. It wasn't 450 women. It was women close to 500 pastors' wives. They had made their way all the way to the KICC building right in town. We were surprised. It was a pleasant surprise. And for me, from that time, I saw, yes, there are many pastors' wives who are crying and they don't know whom to tell. So this is how the Pastor's Wives Fellowship began. So the following year, 2007, was the election year. We laid low. 2008, we said, no, that's after we had fought each other. We said, no, we need the pastor's wife in place to bring about some unity and some sense after she has been helped herself. So 2008, we had another conference, one conference at the Presbyterian Church St. Andrews, still in Nairobi. And 2009, again, we lay low. 2010, we said, no, we need this to be consistently moving on. And I am here to tell you, maybe it's your first time to attend this great Pastors' Wives Annual Interdenominational Conference once a year. I said already annual. 2019, it is your first time maybe. I want to encourage you and to tell you that you have found what you have been needing for the promotion and expansion of your ministry. And so from 2010 up to now, every year without fail, we've been having a conference for the pastor's wife. So you who has made time to come in the 2019 conference here at the Nairobi Primary School, I want to welcome you so much. Maybe you are saying, what's there for me? What's there in this conference? Yes, Mama Adoyo, you put it in place. Yes, those ladies had good thoughts. But what does it stand for? First of all, let me tell you, this fellowship is registered with the Kenya government. It's recognized as a movement that is helping the Church of Jesus Christ. So it's registered. And then the other thing is, maybe you are seated there and you're thinking, oh, it's just a Nairobi thing. No. This movement has spread far and wide in our nation, Kenya. We have several chapters that have been opened in counties. Some of them we have 2-3 chapters in one county. Some other ones 1 chapter in a county. There are some counties where we have not launched yet, where we have not opened yet, but we are still moving. We are still moving and opening in different places. So we have chapters all the way from the coast. In fact, you'll be hearing in this very conference, you'll be hearing reports from the coastal area. You'll be hearing reports from the plains, the Machakos area. You'll be hearing reports from all the counties until you go all the way to Budalangi. You know, that's in Busia district. So right across. And you'll be getting others from Nyeri. You'll get others from Kajiado. There are many chapters that have been opened. But there is work, more work to do. We'll be going to other counties as God and Christ enables us. So I've already said that why should you join? You should join and remain and be active because this is a legal place recognized by the Kenya government. Secondly, it is not a Nairobi thing. It's something that you will find in Trans Nzoia, you'll find in Maralal, you'll find in Kajiado, you'll find in Narok, you'll find in Mombasa, you'll find it everywhere. So you want to have a national outlook, you have to be part of the Pastors' Wives Fellowship meetings that are there. And if you don't have one near you, just get in touch with us and we will be able, the committee that is on the ground will be able to actually help you to begin a fellowship of Pastors' Wives Kenya. And then the third thing that I want to say is that there are many pastors' wives who've been helped. Pastors' wives who are giving up, who are saying, I don't even want to go to that church. I don't even want to be called a pastor's wife. I have my own career. I'm a teacher, I'm a nurse, I'm a doctor, I'm a vet, I'm a what. I want to keep myself and let my husband go on with this. But because of pastors' wives, many women have come, many pastors' wives have come to understand that this calling is not just for my husband. This calling is not just for the people in the church. This calling includes me. So I want to encourage you, my dear daughter, because like I said in that verse of Titus 2 and verse 4, older women teach younger women. It is my joy and great pleasure that this year, 2019, we are using the theme of vessels of honor. And I consider you a vessel of honor. And I imagine that you will become a greater vessel of honor when you have actually enlisted yourself with the Pastors' Wives Fellowship. So this fellowship provides a platform also where you can know other pastors' wives, where you can increase and improve your network so that you are not just with your group of your denomination. You are not just with the people from Nairobi. You are not just with the people from Kericho. You can now, with this platform, you can get a speaker for your church conference. You can get a musician for your church function from another denomination and another region and another county. This is a movement you cannot afford to drop after this conference. And I pray therefore that next year I will see you, next year 2020 in November, I will see you a pastor's wives ready to be encouraged, and from there go and encourage someone else. The pastor's wife who understands their call, who knows that they are not just a wife and that's it, but they are co-workers with their husbands, have been the cause, will bring about great growth in their ministry. You didn't get that. Let me say it again. That a pastor's wife who understands her call is such a big component of the ministry that the ministry begins to grow, to expand once a pastor's wife has understood who they are and God's purpose for them. It is my prayer as I finish that you will be so transformed in this conference that next year you will not need somebody to send you a text to ask you to send your money in order to be part of that conference. Your ministry is going to expand. You are going to have a big network and you're going to have a connection with the entire nation of Kenya. May the Lord bless you and give you such great time in this conference as you continue being a vessel of honor. May God bless you once again. This is Adah Adoyo, the patron of the pastors' wives in the entire nation of Kenya. God bless you.